All right, welcome to the Mike and Josh show. We got Josh doing the beatbox in the background, and also keep on going.
Oh, well, you know, all good things must come to an end.
Well,
really,
no.
that don't make any sense. Why must they come to an end?
I don't want to. I don't want good things to come to an end.
Maybe that's just life.
Yeah, well.
The weekend,
Well,
the weekend came to an end.
They say life's a bitch and then you die.
Very true.
Anyway,
Very true.
we're on YouTube. I can say bitch.
Exactly, because you just said it
Twice. Yeah. Well, what'd you do over the weekend?
Hang on.
Yeah, we're sipping Monsters and coffee.
The perfectly
Yeah,
balanced.
Bet you won't hear that on
breakfast.
the radio.
This weekend, not really very much. Laid in bed most of the time.
We're just lazy, ain't we?
Well, I was actually I was a little sick, a little under the weather.
Under the weather.
That's a fun saying. I wonder how did that start? Under the weather.
Ain't we always under the weather?
Yeah, I mean, the weather could be sunny, cloudy, rainy, could be a hurricane. We're always under it.
Yeah.
Unless you're in an airplane and you're like way up and
Over it.
yeah.
I've been one time.
Yeah. Me too. I was scared to death.
I wasn't. I loved it.
Hanging onto the
Door
seat.
was open. It was cold.
Ooh.
I was actually wanting to jump out of it.
I actually have jumped out of an airplane before.
Well, that sucks because I wanted. They said I'm too fat to jump out of an airplane.
I think I did one of the tandem skydiving things, which will be coming back around this March.
Yep.
And was the St. Patty's Day.
I know Michael will be
Whatever
there.
it's
Will Josh
called.
be there?
I'll be there. I don't know if I'll jump out again because it is rather expensive. But I did it one time, and I weighed about a whopping 270 pounds at the time. And the guy, whenever he saw who he was having to take up, he's like, "Hang on a minute," he said, "I'm going to get some ibuprofen."
Well,
they popped like 4, I think. Yeah.
When I went, they didn't even. They just said no. I told them I weighed 350 pounds at that time, and they were like, "Listen, if we take you up, you're going to end up killing yourself and killing me too."
Yeah, because you have to be you're strapped to the front of these people. When you're falling first, so you're technically in a way dragging the other person behind you, sort of. And,
Well, all I know is he said that when they pull that cord, I'm going to slip down and my head's going to be at his crotch.
yeah,
And I don't.
yeah. You probably would have been like that. I wasn't quite that bad, but here's the scary part. Once they pull the cord, the parachute comes out, and you're floating, and you're kind of like you're attached, and you're almost like your head is almost in front of his. So in order for him to be able to land safely, he has to adjust the straps while you're about 5,000 feet in the air. And let me tell you, I about freaked out. He told me, he said, "All right," he said, "put your feet on top of my feet. I'm going to adjust the straps real quick, okay?" I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad, but when he did, it felt like I actually fell a foot, and I about peed all over myself because we're already hanging just in the middle of nowhere. And then he pulls that strap, and my whole body just slips like a whole foot down.
You thought you were a goner.
Yeah. Well, my urine sure was a goner. So.
Well, I didn't really do nothing either, but the one thing that happened to me is actually last week, and I was telling you about this, I went and worked out at the gym like I normally do. Mm-hmm. And I was working my arms. You know, I like my arms. They're big. So I was working them out.
Sexy.
And, no, mine are sexy.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yours.
I wasn't sore. And I went to bed and woke up, and I was okay and went through that day and was okay. But I went to sleep the next night, and I dreamt that I was fighting this dude, and there was a couple other guys there, but I grabbed him by his shirt collars, like in front of me.
Sleep fighting.
Yeah, and I threw him like across the table or something, and then I woke up, and I couldn't hardly extend my arms. Like it was my ligaments, what you call it, yeah. And it still bothered me, but that's twice that's happened. Like
maybe you're just a little too aggressive.
I don't know. My wife said, you know, when you're trying to be a badass or something. Yeah. Which anybody that knows me, I'm just a big teddy bear, so I guess I'm just letting my aggressions out in my sleep.
It could be better in your sleep than in real life. I've always said that.
Well, I'd actually like to go boxing or something like that.
Sleep boxing?
No, like me and you box.
Oh no, I don't know about that one. You got me by about
100 pounds.
What?
I weigh 330.
Okay, well, like quite 100, but close.
Yeah, close.
80.
Yeah.
75.
I watched
Enough.
I watched that movie, The Fighter. Was it The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Christian Bale. You know, he was. Did you see that movie? Christian Bale looked like he was a crack kid.
Yeah.
I showed Miranda, you know, from Batman to The Fighter, and she seen the difference. I mean, he looked horrible.
And now he's brought back up for The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
Rising.
I'm waiting for that one.
So,
I love the Batman movies.
That's crazy, though. They go from being, like, really bulky and muscular to lose a bunch of weight, get real skinny. There was some movie, I can't remember the name of it, but it's been years back. I think it was Keanu Reeves, I believe, did it. He lost an ungodly amount of weight to play like an actual crack kid.
Yeah.
And it was just nasty. He was so skinny. I don't see how they do it.
Well, Christian Bale didn't look like Christian Bale. He just, man. But Mark Wahlberg, he actually lost a lot of weight too for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was playing a welterweight, and which comes to the point where the first fight that I think Mark Wahlberg had in the movie was the guy was only 20 pounds heavier than him and just tore him up.
Oh, yeah.
Just 20 pounds. So you think about what my 80 pounds could do.
Yeah.
But you're in a little bit better shape than me.
Well, that only matters to a certain point, because if one of those punches was to connect, that extra 75, 80 pounds would make a big difference.
Well,
I like to just jump around for a long time and try to wear you out.
Well,
Or make you wear yourself
I
out.
used to wrestle in high school, so I'd have to get you the first 3 minutes.
I'd just run around the ring for about 10 minutes, like I was jogging.
Well, I'd watch you, and then you'd be tired. No. But
Hey, man,
what's
swing.
that boxer,
Just swing
Butterbean?
at
He
me.
just kind of
Yeah.
one hit knock people out. He's a big fat bald guy, which I'm not bald yet. I'm going there, but
Me neither.
I'll be on the way.
Okay, I lied. I'm a little bit. So, Mike, tell me about this. We've got a lot of local talent, musical talent around
Right.
here, and different types of genres. So you got country, rap, rock, folk, whatever. And me and you, we talked a lot about like trying to get the community together. And wow, volume went up. We're good though. We're good. And I'm trying to think, through music, could we actually help bring the community closer by us trying to adapt each other's, not really adapt each other's music, but trying to, I guess, tolerate and appreciate the different musical styles here?
Well, a lot of the majority of the people, well, like me, I like all types of music.
Oh, yeah.
And I listen to rap, rock, Christian. I even listen to some classical. I mean, I listen to Beethoven, Mozart, stuff like that.
That's just sweet.
That's right.
I'm not going to lie, I've listened to a little classical myself.
Sometimes I like to
Back in
crank
the
it
day.
with the Marvin Gaye,
There you go. There you go.
when
The old Louis Armstrong.
skies are blue, hearts of gold.
Oh, there it is. But really though, because we have talked about it, and I think we've come a long ways. And actually, we actually have artists coming in next week.
Yeah.
And was it Terry Cash?
Terry Cash.
Terry Cash. And he's a local rap artist, which Mike knows actually. I haven't met the guy yet, but looking forward to it. And we're trying to just help get the word out about these local artists and help them out. And because the way I look at it, if we can help individuals succeed, no matter what it is, even if it's music, if we can help individuals succeed locally, when we have several people in one area that begin to succeed on their individual basis, it's going to help the community succeed. It's got to.
Yeah, because when these guys make it big or anything, they don't forget where they come from.
Exactly.
And they bring business to their hometown, like Luke Bryan, country. He's from Albany. And anytime he has a chance to get back to Albany, he's always there doing something for his community. Of course, now they stay busy with the tours, and he's blowing up, especially the Tailgates and Tan Line album. And he's got
Girl, shake it.
yeah, he's got that one and that other one. I like
can't
to
do
just
that.
come out. Well, you're not a country girl.
True. I can shake it though.
I don't want to see that. We might put that on YouTube for that's it. YouTube only content. Josh shaking it.
Wearing blue jean Daisy Duke shorts, shaking it.
And a plaid top.
Actually, sleeves rolled up. Actually, I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it Baking It.
Bacon.
I'm gonna bake in it.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna write a song.
But nice. Okay, so we have next we have Terry Cash coming in, and who's some more people that we have lined up so far?
Soulshine. Everybody knows Soulshine. They play a lot in Valdosta, and they play here at the White Horse, and
Same about every year at the Wild Chicken Festival.
yeah, they play there at the Wild Chicken Festival. I have asked a few. Some of them are still kind of getting back with me. Dallas Rogers, I think he's off up in Nashville right now, or out of town somewhere. He said as soon as he gets back in, he'll be wanting to hook up with us there. And I mean, I'm trying to get everybody. I'm trying to get Christian acts. I'm trying to get rock. We got like there's Shattered out here, and there's One of Many, and I mean, there's all kinds. And I'm not just Fitzgerald. I mean, you're looking at the surrounding counties, which is Tiff County, Douglas, Valdosta, Wilcox. I mean, there's a double run out of Wilcox. I hadn't got in touch with them, but I know a friend of mine had said, they might be interested in doing something like that. So it don't matter what you sing. I mean, if you do bluegrass, if you're picking on a banjo and
which you got to appreciate that. We're all from the South. I mean,
that's our roots.
Who didn't grow up listening hearing a little bit of bluegrass?
Yeah. But they used to do it, Riverbend Bluegrass Fest?
Oh, I think they still do. That's actually a pretty big deal. I actually got drugged to that one time. I did not want to go as a young child. But my dad and uncle went. And so me and my brother ended up getting drugged down there. And it was kind of...
And that's straight up bluegrass.
Oh, nothing but bluegrass. You got the guys in the groups that are dressed up in the old like country outfits with the tassels and the red, white, and blue.
I've been there.
Little outfits and stuff. It's very, very classic country, or classic bluegrass, should I say? But yeah, I mean, if we have any local talent that's listening, any local artists, if you're interested in coming on the show, just shoot us a message or leave us a comment.
But that Terry Cash, he'll be here. That'll be Webesode number 8, and that's going to be our starting of our local music talent series. So be checking in for that. That's we'll be putting the links on Facebook, which our Facebook page is is facebook.com/the Mike and Josh Show, and YouTube is the same, youtube.com/the Mike and Josh Show. I think we got 6 clips up now. Through all the shuffle, I think we lost a couple of the webisodes.
Yeah, I've been going through it trying to figure out. It's like, wait a minute, it goes from 5 to 3 to 6.
Yeah, 6 part 2. 3 part 2, no part 1. I don't know where part 1
worry, we'll get it all worked out and all the kinks, hopefully.
But we got 7 coming up today, and then we'll have 8 next week, and so on and so forth. And then we're going to try to get some YouTube-only content, like Josh shaking it for us.
You have to pay for that.
Pay for that.
Pay-per-view.
How do we set that up? That would be cool.
We should look into that.
But anyway, that's going to be the start of our music series, local talent, not just Ben Hill County, but everywhere. South Georgia. I mean, because there's a lot of talent in South Georgia. I mean, look at who's big now. I mean, Jason Aldean.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just...
Well, let's just real quick. Let's go over some of the country artists just real fast that has made it big over the past decade.
Well,
from Georgia, you got first, Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan. You got Jennifer Nettles from Douglas. Yeah. That's with the Sugarland now. Right. Zach Brown Band. That's from Atlanta. I can't remember.
Travis Tritt's from Marietta.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 more that's like in the past decade. I can't remember right off. I was naming them the other day. We've had a lot of talent.
We're giving Nashville a run for their money.
Oh yeah.
Tennessee. Oh, yeah. That's where I was born, Tennessee.
Well, and let's throw in Third Day.
Third Day, yeah.
Christian rock.
Yeah. Now, as far as Christian, I mean, you're looking at Third Day.
Casting Crowns.
What, Skillet? No, they ain't from here, are they?
I'm not sure. But I'll tell you this. I may be wrong, but I think Chris Tomlin is from
Now, he has, Atlanta. He's a youth, not a youth pastor, but a music minister here in Georgia.
Yeah.
I think somewhere up in Atlanta.
Yeah. That's where they have the passion.
But, yeah, Georgia's the bomb when it comes to musical talent.
Oh, yeah.
We just countrified.
That's right.
Of course, I don't know none of the rock or rap and stuff like that, people that's come from. I know a lot come from Atlanta, I think, T.I.
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
He's got his own show now, T.I., and I seen that the other day. So, but they all got their start locally.
Southern hospitality, Southern talent.
So it don't matter.
The South rocks and everything.
Yeah. So again, that's our music series, and you catch that on YouTube. We'll have the links up on Facebook. All our clips and stuff are going to be on YouTube now because they get lost in the shuffle on Facebook between the comments and the postings and the status updates and pictures
and Facebook.
Facebook, Facebook
general.
drama.
Exactly.
Which we ain't had no drama with our show. We're pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. By the way, how many people are we up to now?
218.
There we go. We're
And I'm
steadily moving up.
Trying to work us up to 350 by next month, maybe.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
By February, by Valentine's.
Valentine's. You got plans, or you ain't thinking about it yet?
Oh, don't even mention it yet. I was just excited that the holiday season was over, but then there you have it.
Pow.
Valentine's 2 months away. Then after that, 2 more months, you got Easter.
Well, Easter ain't that bad. That's actually fun for me.
Yeah. I guess if you look at it, we have holidays year round, but the bulk of it's
Right there at the end.
Yeah. October, November, December. You got 3 big ones right in a row. But real quick, I know we just mentioned talking about the South and Southern hospitality, but let's talk about some American hospitality. And I saw a little news clip yesterday, which I thought was rather intriguing. A lot of people, if you kind of keep up with the news at all, stuff going on in Iran. Iran pretty much hates our guts. They Ahmadinejad, which is the president, he's called several times for the annihilation of the United States and Israel, but I thought this was rather amusing. 13 Iranian fishermen had been kidnapped and held hostage by Somali pirates for, I think, about a couple of months, and the pirates have been using them, forcing them to drive the ship for them and operate things on the ship so they could go around and do whatever pirates do.
Was that the Black Pearl?
It could have been Jack Sparrow, I believe. But anyway, this just in the past few days, a part of the I think it was the Strike Group 3 that's there in the Persian Gulf. One of our ships were nearby. They sent a small team. I'm not sure if it was Navy SEALs, but it was a small team of commandos, and they actually rescued all 13 of the Iranian hostages, or the fishermen. Rescued them, captured the pirates, and returned the 13 Iranian fishermen back to Iran. And Iran was just, I know they hated it, but they were forced to say that it was a very positive act by the U.S. Navy. And I was like, you know what, that's just, I love that. Here you have a country that hates our guts, and then look what we do.
That's right.
We go out and actually save some of their own citizens.
We do that a lot when we don't need to.
Exactly. We should have just been like, oh, well. Actually, well, I'm not going to say we should have done that. We probably did the right thing here.
Yeah.
I'm sure it helps us look a lot better on the global scale there.
Yeah. Well, what's up? I mean, I made a reference to the Pirates of the Caribbean, but ain't there's some bad stuff going on around there, ain't it?
Yeah. Well,
with the pirates,
always.
Yeah.
There's pirates all the way around the whole continent of Africa, and it's been going on for decades. And they actually have little areas all around the coast. It's like pirate strongholds.
Yeah.
Where it's basically you don't even go near those places because unless you just want to get killed.
Yeah. They're going to get some booty.
A lot of drugs, a lot of small arms trafficking, sex trafficking, you name it. I mean, they're just anything that pays them a little bit of money.
I'd actually hate to see what they got to offer for the sex trade. Because I've seen some of the pirates on the TV, and if the men look like, I wouldn't pay for it.
Well, why pay for it anyway if you can get it for free?
You don't ever get it for free.
No, true. No. Well, you may not pay money for it, but you may have to pay something else.
Yeah, you pay for it. If not in the beginning, in the end.
There you go.
Well,
especially if you marry them.
I haven't been paying attention to what's going on, but what's going on with presidential race? I don't think I heard what you said, and I probably don't want to.
Anyway,
No.
The presidential race it's just kind of got kicked off officially now. The actual voting the first caucus or primary. I don't know why they call them different things. It's, both of them were basically where a state, nominates one of the candidates for their nominee for their party. And the first one was in Iowa, and Mitt Romney won by 8 votes.
Yeah, I seen that.
Rick Santorum came out of nowhere, came from like being 2% or 3% to being like 25%. Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney both got 25% of the vote, only 8 votes apart. So virtually that's a tie, I would say. But they gave it to Mitt Romney. Michelle Bachmann dropped out. John Huntsman dropped out. The only ones left, if I ain't mistaken, is Mitt Romney, Rick Santorum, Newt Gingrich, Rick Perry, and, of course, Ron Paul. Ron Paul just ain't going to go away.
So what you thinking?
And, well, the next primary is this Tuesday in New Hampshire, and Romney's already got it wrapped up. He's from the New England area. Yeah. He was the governor of, I think it's Massachusetts, I believe it was, or Connecticut one. He's already got that wrapped up. And South Carolina would be next. And Rick Perry's staying in. He's about... Him and Newt's kind of back and forth between 3rd and 4th place. Ron Paul, I'm not sure. He's just all. It depends on what state. Some people in one state may love him. Another state, they may just completely hate him. So it's hard to tell like exactly on a national scale where Ron Paul is. But Rick Santorum is the favorite among conservatives and evangelical Christians. A lot of the evangelicals ain't crazy about Mitt Romney. He seems a little wishy-washy. He's Catholic, so like it or not, religion plays a part in politics. Yeah, no matter what your preference is. But right now, it's a toss-up. I mean, it could be Mitt Romney, it could be Rick Santorum, and who knows? It could be Ron Paul.
Now, who is Rick Santorum? Because, like you said, I've never heard.
I tell you, he came out of nowhere. He's been in the race the entire time, but him, John Huntsman, and Michelle Bachmann. All 3 of them have been like at the very bottom of the barrel, like barely skimming by. John Huntsman, if I ain't mistaken, got less than 1% of the vote in Iowa.
Well, he must have done something right.
Yeah.
I mean, for someone to come out in the bottom and then just shoot up to the top.
Yeah. Rick Santorum, I think the reason that it happened was that people are so upset with. Like, they want to change so bad. And we got Mitt Romney again. We got Ron Paul again. And then we got Newt Gingrich, he's been on the political scene for decades. Yeah. None of that is new leadership. So everybody was in love with Herman Cain, and then we all know what happened there. Yeah. Basically, he got just, politically attacked and ambushed and kicked out of the race. Almost, you could look at it like that. But so we ended up with those 3, and nobody really wanted them. Like, one poll would say, oh, this one's doing good. Like Mitt Romney's the one, and then they say, oh, wait a minute, Ron Paul is surging. He's the one. Now Newt Gingrich is coming up. So then all of a sudden, it's like it came time to actually vote. And people, I think people started changing their minds. So it's like, we want somebody new. And they went with Rick Santorum.
Well, do we know what he stands for and what some of his ideas are?
I'm not really sure. I haven't read a lot about him as far as like on the economy and military. And he does seem like, I've read some stuff about him. He's definitely for strong borders. Yeah. And he's pretty strong with immigration. But the main thing that's carrying him right now is his beliefs, his principles. He's very, very conservative when it comes to his Christianity. He's completely against gay marriage. He just got booed big time up in the New England area. He was giving a speech to some college students, and they about had a fit when he started comparing the freedom to marry whoever you want to the freedom to being able to marry as many people as you want. And they had a heyday on that. They're just like, that ain't fair, that ain't right, blah, blah, blah. But he's really strong against abortion. If I ain't mistaken, him and his wife actually, they had a baby not too long ago that the doctors tried to influence her to have an abortion, and she wouldn't. So they had the child and took care of it for a few years, and then it ended up dying. At a very young age.
But it had that little bit of life.
Exactly.
To me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm against abortion myself. Now, gay marriage, I think a man should marry a woman. I'm not going to knock you for it. I'll be your friend, and we could be. I got family, that's gay, and But I'm not for a man marrying a man and a woman marrying a woman.
And the same here. I've actually got. I just found out in the past few years. It came out of the closet that there are. I have a few cousins, first, second, even third cousins.
Yeah.
They came out that are gay, and I don't care. You can be gay if you want to. Just don't get mad if I make fun of you.
Just take it lightly.
You got your right to be gay.
Because we say what we want to.
Yeah. If I can say what I want to about anything else, about actors, about politicians, if I can talk about food, restaurants, different companies, different types of cars, if I can make fun of people, make fun of people's ideas, then why can't I make fun of someone for being gay if I think it's funny?
I would anyway.
It's called opinions.
I mean, there's some times that I act like I am gay. I talk in the princely voice, and it's funny.
Sometimes I will.
Because they are listen, even gay folks will tell you, there are some flaming gay guys that just they got their hands in the air and they're walking like a girl, and you're like, oh, why?
Wearing hot pink.
Yeah.
And
even the gay people make fun of them.
Yeah, no, that's sad. That is sad. You are so gay that gay people don't even want to be around you. That is wait a minute. Can you measure? Okay, so we can actually look at gay people and measure okay, this guy's a little gay. He's really gay. And then you got people in between. Do we measure heterosexuals like that? That guy's really straight. Have you ever heard of that?
I'm straight. I don't know.
That's what's
depending on your black book or something.
Yeah, that's what it just hit me just now. Stroke of genius. Yeah. How can we have different levels of what people how gay people appear to be, but we don't have levels of how straight people appear to be?
Well, then
interesting.
Is a straight hoe really straight? Really, really straight? Like really? Because if they're a hoe, then they're with.
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm not a hoe.
Thought I had you on that one. But
no.
You got by.
My wife, she might think I'm a hoe,
but are you straight?
I'm straight.
If to be a hoe you had to be gay, would you be straight and then change to a hoe?
Oh, Lord. I don't know. You'd be a crooked hoe. You'd be a hoe with a curve.
There you go. Well,
they got left wing and right wing, so, well,
I had a few places I could have went, but
yeah.
For the sake of time.
Hey, we're on YouTube. We can go a whole hour
and a half. Well, speaking of gays, let's change the topic to movies.
Bad segue, but we're getting off the gay thing.
Well, actually, if we may, what's the word I'm looking for? Transfer to that other area of topic. We do see most of the influence for gay actions in Hollywood.
Yeah, true.
And where do movies come from?
Hollywood.
There it is.
There's a lot of interesting movies coming out in 2012. Some that I'm excited about, and some that I'm just wondering why they come out. But anyway,
let's start with the one that we're both wondering why the crap they're remaking the remake.
Yes, the remake of the remake of the remake.
What's the Amazing Spider-Man?
We watched the trailer to this, and if you like DC comic, is it DC?
Yeah, DC Comics.
If you like DC comic movies and you like Spider-Man, which I like Spider-Man, I like the X-Men, but who was the actor in the big movie? Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
All right, Tobey Maguire was the first big box movie for Spider-Man.
Big.
All right, it started out. He was in school. He went to the field trip. If you've read the comic books or seen the movies, he gets bit by the spider. He becomes Spider-Man. He goes through the whole transition. Then he gets the super villains and okay. Well, we watched the trailer of the Amazing Spider-Man, and it's the same thing.
I was like, what the?
And and they're supposed to come out with another Spider-Man movie,
like a sequel. This is This isn't really a prequel. It's kind of the same thing.
With different actors. And
and hasn't even been 10
it's
years.
Younger, no.
Yeah, hasn't even been 10 years yet.
It's like the 20 version of the same movie.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Hollywood is doing. We were talking earlier because when they first started really making movies, he had all the original content, all the brand new movies. They took some books and made them movies. Then they came up with just some really awesome movies. They had some TV shows that turned into movies, and so on and so forth. But now, the technology is getting better. They can make really good-looking movies. The special effects are better. The acting is better, well, I think. And now, all of a sudden, it's like we've hit this point where we just have to remake everything, even if it's already been remade before.
Twice.
We have to remake it again. So, like, where's the originality at?
I don't know. Is the writers ain't on strike anymore?
Is the union?
I don't know. we all
it.
remember that one. No, that was the TV writers, wasn't it? When like in 08 or something like that.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then I noticed some of the seasons of the TV shows I watch has like season 5 and then season 5.2.
Could you imagine if like actors and actresses started going on a strike, say they didn't get paid enough? I'd slap them.
I'd go act some of these movies for what I make now.
Yeah, I mean, and there's another thing. You don't have to be a good actor. You can, if you're a really popular musician, singer, songwriter, or whatever, or if you're just a well-known person on a reality TV show.
I was say just get a reality show.
Yeah, you can get on a movie now because now it ain't really so much about acting. They just want the big names so they can help sell the movie.
That's what we need to do. Life with Mike and Josh.
Oh dear God!
Of course, that sounds like a faggot show or something. Sorry, I said faggot, but
I told you the gay thing tied into it.
Yeah.
Oh my!
You can make fun of me if you're gay. I'm sorry, but
yeah, I don't care. Call me straight.
I'm fat and white.
Call me straight. I don't care. Yeah, I bet George Strait don't mind that.
No,
call him straight.
I know a lot of women think he's sexy even now.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think I look so much better.
I don't know what Hollywood's doing, but the remake of Spider-Man. I mean, you had the comic book, you had the movie. Now you got another movie, the same thing. I don't know what's going on. But there's some other movies. We watched another one, Battleship. Now I don't know what that was, but it looks cool.
Yeah,
it looks like a good guy.
Yeah,
movie.
I'm not sure if it's like kind of supposed to be based off the board game. Apparently not. It has aliens in it, but it looked pretty cool. I forget how you pronounce this guy's first name, but the Nielsen guy from Taken and Unknown, is it Liam or Liam? Liam Nielsen, I believe.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
He's a good actor.
Great actor. He plays from the main roles in it. Pretty cool looking movie. Got the battleship, the Navy out, they encounter some alien craft, and looked pretty cool.
He jumped on it and walked across it and touched something and it blew him away or something.
Pretty awesome.
Oh, and the leading lady is hot.
Ooh.
It started out.
I'm not sure who she is, but oh my goodness!
It started out on the beach and she had this white bikini.
It really shouldn't have.
And I seen nipples. I like nipples.
That happened. Okay.
So that got me right then. I want to go see that movie just for the beach part.
I just drank half a monster in one big gulp.
I really get Josh sometimes. He just don't know what the heck's going to come out of my mouth.
I had the can turned about halfway up, just getting it. No pun intended. And he just had to say nipples.
Anyway.
But
what else we got? We got Ghost Rider. Oh,
The
Nicolas
Spirit
Cage.
of Vengeance.
Yeah, Spirit of Vengeance. It started out. I can't really remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the original one.
All I remember from the first one was that he rode around on the motorcycle on fire with the chain.
And he killed the demons, Legion, the devil, and got with a hot woman. And
there you go.
Yeah, but this one here looks like he's trying to, I guess, suppress his inner demon, the rider.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm just so anxious. You said hot woman, and I immediately wanted to go to the next movie.
Hey, I want to hold on. Hold on.
Go ahead. Hurry.
She is hot though, isn't she?
Hurry up.
Wait a minute. I gotta take it easy. Okay, the movie Haywire.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gina Carano.
Gina
Oh, my
Carano. I was watching football with my best friend, and I know me and Josh have our own show, but I do have a childhood friend.
There you go.
And Brandon Roberts. I'll give him a shout out. He probably ain't listening, but he will one day.
One day.
But we was watching football, and he said, "Have the trailer that me and Josh watched come on TV?" And I was like, "Man, that looks like a good movie." And she's like, "Yeah, you know the actress, Gina Carano, she was an MMA fighter."
Oh my God! I didn't even know they had women MMA today, and I'm in love.
He said he's gonna stop watching the guys and watch the girls.
Yeah, who wants to watch the guys?
And we'd have found out, and this was proven by us, that you can watch the guys and you can watch the girls, and it's two totally different worlds.
It's two different worlds for the fact that just listening to the announcers, when they say things, you think of different things when you're watching the girls instead of the guys.
What was it he said?
He's
going for a rear naked choke.
Oh, and it was showing the girls her rumpus.
They were
right
bent
over
over and like they didn't have no panties or something on.
And
just
oh my
spread
word.
And then and it said, "Oh, she spread wide open." And my mind just went directly in the gutter.
And I know you. Let's apologize in advance because I know a lot of people was like, "I can't believe they're saying that," but you know what?
We're guys.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Of course, these women probably kicked my tail.
I know right now all the guys are like, "Yeah, man, I know what they're talking about." The girls are like, "That's disgusting."
Well,
It's just the way
anyway,
it is.
it was hot, especially when they're like doing the whole ground and pound. See, ground and pound. See, you think a girl's doing ground and pound, it's like,
You mean like ground and beef, huh?
But you get Tank Abbott and somebody else in there, and you say ground and pound, and you see this big trucker that can knock you out in one hit. You don't think about the gutter stuff. Back to Gina Carano. She is hot. She is in the movie Haywire, and she looks like she could probably kick Jason Statham's.
That guy, kick
butt.
his behind.
Yeah, I mean, she is doing some stuff. There was a scene on the trailer that they were in the bed, or no, they were fighting, and she ended up in the bed. Well, she wrapped her legs around his head and broke his neck. That actually looked hot, but then it's been like a whole Black Widow thing.
Yeah.
Like screw you and eat your head off. I think I might take that chance with her.
You know what?
But Haywire looks like it's going to be a very good movie.
And we must mention the other actors very quickly, which is
I don't know.
Michael Douglas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Else.
Oh, I seen Antonio Banderas.
But besides all them, Gina Carano,
Wow.
the main person, main role
And
in the movie.
Google this. Her ESPN cover.
If you're a guy.
Wow. Girls, you too. I mean, she's so hot the women will think she's hot.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm just gonna you finish up, I'm gonna sit here.
He's got never mind. Where you going, Josh?
I'm back. I'm back already.
That was quick.
This is going in all the wrong directions. That I did not even mean to. Anyway, let's wrap it up.
Ain't this what? This is Webesode 7.2?
778.
7. We're starting to lose count.
7/2.
I think on some of the webisodes they said it was like 4 and it was 5 and 5 and it was 3. I don't know.
Just listen to them.
Just listen to them. Just laugh, have fun. We want to be informative and funny and crazy, and we also include our girl listeners. We've had the girl code, and I had my wife, Miranda Frazier and Courtney Rodriguez, and they kind of elaborated on some of the girl code. But this time they said they're gonna come in with a couple Bud Lights.
Oh.
So,
straight up party at the radio station.
That's right. This is YouTube. We make it what we want to. But now when we get on the air, you're not going to hear all this. So always, if we get on the air, always listen for the YouTube stuff because it's wide open.
Wide open.
Because we have to be a little more conservative on the air.
And remember, never go full retard.
You love that line, don't you?
I do. Robert Downey Jr. is awesome.
Now, he did a good job with that. I don't think I could do
Which
that.
I hear recently watched the new Sherlock Holmes.
Was that good?
Pretty good.
Really?
Good. He's.
I like the first one.
He's rather amusing. Should I say?
Any hot girls? What's Robert Downey Jr.? He's gonna have some hot girls in there.
There's a couple.
But again, check us out on Facebook. That's www.facebook.com/The Mike and Josh Show. You can also hear every webisode that we're going to put up there because we got to find a couple of them. It's youtube.com/The Mike and Josh Show. We'll have YouTube only content. You can also tweet us. And well, I don't know what that was. I ain't been on the Twitter account. Twitter. Tweeter. I'm fiddling with my tweeter. Thinking of Gina Carano.
No. Dude, I'm out. I'm going.
Well, hey, Josh, we went 42 minutes.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Anyway.
I made it funny and wasn't even thinking about it. What's our Twitter stuff?
I have no idea.
We don't know.
No
Twitter, I know it's the Mike and Josh Show. I think we got one follower.
just do a search. You'll find us.
Yeah. All right, you're listening to the Mike and Josh Show. This is 7.2. Remember, Webesode number 8, Terry Cash, starting our local musical talent series. And we'll have other things coming up on the different webisodes. Again, the YouTube-only content. We'll have Facebook-only content with the pictures and stuff like that. So, again, this is the Mike and Josh Show. Rock on. As Josh says, never go full retard.
Where's my Fig Newton?